Damn it, gospel bearer. I was going to talk to somebody today. Gospel bearer. You're the first one here. Level with me. Let's talk it up. So I was in the house talking to I was in the house chopping it up with my wife over the trucker convoy in Canada. And she gets it. Like, we're on the same type of level. Spiritually, mentally, etc. But it came to me in a conversation with her why I just don't get excited about these type of things, like the convoys and the protests. And I didn't understand it at the time, and I didn't know how to put it in words, but I'm sitting there thinking about it, and it came to me. Like, it came to me why I've always said that awakening people doesn't mean anything. It's like, I had, like, from my perspective, it's not about being woke or awakened. It's about personal conviction. And this is what people that awaken do not have. It's like all of the protests, all of the freedom rallies, all of the marches, all of the convoys. It's a mask. I feel like it's Adam's leaf over the private area when the Most High walks in, like, what's up with you? He's like, I'm covering myself. It's a fucking charade. It's a mask. I get it now. This is another attempt at man trying to cover up. When I say personal conviction, I mean, it's not enough to awaken the masses. The people that say, all we need to do is awaken people. No. Y'all know how I say I'm anti-bitch? Well, those people you awaken are still bitches. So now you have awakened bitches that do things like say they don't want to get vaccinated because they understand the importance of it, but then ultimately get vaccinated because they're simply an awakened bitch. This is why I don't get excited over the things people get excited about, because these people you want to awaken are still bitches at core. And you can't cover that up with a leaf. You can't cover that up with a protest, with a march, with a convoy. No, Victoria Christ is King. Didn't we go through something last stream? Isn't that you? No, feel me on this one. It's like, this is why. It's because these people, at their core, they're still bitch made. And that awakened facade is just them. That's their attempt at trying to cover up that fact. It's like, I know people who didn't know. I'm gonna show you something. I know people who didn't know shit from Shinola. Let's be more recent. Vaccines, since that's the topic. Mandates. I know people who thought the mandates were a good thing. And then certain people got a hold of them, talked to them, and they awakened. They were like, this is bad. This sets a bad precedent. This is a slippery slope. Now, one would think that they're awakened. They're like, yes, we need to keep doing this. But then those people that you just awakened, they ended up taking a vaccine, to go to a fucking Queen concert. Which I literally know somebody that did this. Like, they wanted to go to a concert. It was like, I know I don't want to do this, but I have to go to a concert. See, that's awakened. It's just you knowing better. That's it. And knowing better doesn't necessarily mean you will do better. This is why I say being awakened doesn't mean shit. You trying to awaken people doesn't mean shit. If that individual is a bitch, they're going to be a bitch asleep, and when they wake up, they're still going to be a bitch. You have to reevaluate your life. You have to, it takes certain events, certain adversity and triumphs over adversity to build character. It takes hard work and endurance. It takes you having a strong foundation. And when I hear people say we need to awaken more people, to what? To the fact that they are powerless, and then these people rage against a machine that they can't do nothing about. Why? Because they won't do anything about it. They won't. They'll stroll on the Capitol. They'll walk in there like it's a fucking Walgreens and they're looking for the Rolaids. You know, they'll roll a truck in a convoy. They'll be a part of a fucking convoy and say this is a freedom event. 2 years later, you know, this is for freedom. Our convoy is for freedom. They'll sit up there. They will organize a protest against masks. But then what? What happens after that? What happens when the shit you were protesting happens anyway? The vast majority of people go home and comply with the very thing they were protesting against. And once you've been awakened, you don't do shit like that. But the majority of people do. Why? Because they're still bitches. That's the main issue plaguing everyone right now. Your fear. And a lot of people, they cover up that fear with rage. They cover up that fear with bullshit protests and convoys that lead nowhere. They're scared. They don't want you to know they're scared, no. These people still believe in blaming their problems on the right or the left. These people refuse to see the fact that they themselves are the problem. It's not a freedom convoy, people. It's literally Adam in the Garden of Eve with a leaf, realizing he's naked, trying to cover up something. Nothing more, nothing less. When those people leave that fucking freedom rally, they're still going to go home and be bitches. Give you a perfect example. My wife, she lives with a guy like me. Her job, we're going to get personal, we family. Her job requires masks. Does she wear a mask? No, she doesn't. No. We live like what mandates? What mandates? What is this? You know how that. That's how we live life. No protest needed. No freedom convoy. We live. She got sick. They said in order for you to come back to work, they sent an email, said in order for you to come back to work, you have to take a test. You have to take a test with a negative result. What test? She got a hold of the owner and was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Well, all right, well, you know, I understand. Back at work. You see, that not only is she awakened, but she has conviction in her path. And she's the only one that does this at her job. The only one that doesn't wear a mask. That's conviction. It's not a freedom convoy. It's not a protest. That doesn't mean shit. What means shit is getting things done at the local level. When your employers see that you aren't complying with them, then they can't afford to comply with any fucking mandate. Because that means they go out of business. And when people have skin in the game, they have a lot more to lose. This is why I said this is the main issue with you believing you can still get vaccinated and fight against mandates. You're a statistic on the side that you don't want to be on, while claiming to be on this side. You're a number, and they look at the numbers, and the numbers support that the majority of people love our mandates. And you say it's because I felt forced. They say, well, you did it. We didn't put a gun to your head. You see that? These people at these protests, for a long while now, this has been going on for 2 years. These people at these protests and at these convoys, January 6th, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they're there because they want somebody else to do their dirty work. They don't want to come face to face with the reality of the situation, and that is you are Satan. You are the adversary. You have to overcome yourself to get rid of your bitch tendencies. Waking up doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. It is not enough to fucking wake up. How many people you know right now you talk to, you felt like they got it, and they're still wacky, wavy, inflatable, wavy arm guy? Those are awakened people. Once you awaken, you have to be on a path. You have to have faith in the path that you are on to take it all the way there, no matter the cost. There's nothing anyone can tell. There are people out there with the faith of Job, from the book of Job. Job lost his whole entire family. Believing, faith. And he didn't budge not 1 inch. He didn't need no fucking anti-vax, anti-mandate. Wasn't no asking permission. This is what it is. This is the walk I choose. This is my foundation, and I'm cemented right here. These fucking protests and these fucking whatever they are, they're just another sad attempt at people trying to cover something up. Still asking permission. Hey, we want to bring awareness. We need to bring awareness to the fact that these mandates are harmful. That's some bitch shit. Hey, these vaccine mandates are harmful. 2 years later at that. And I hear everybody talking about the truckers. Everybody. People in the live chat asking me about it. And I'm like, yo, I seen the images of people like, hey, our truckers are our heroes. And I'm like, you have all these fucking heroes. You want everybody else to be a hero, but you. You don't want to be the hero. You want somebody else to be the hero. Stand up for what I believe in. You want somebody else to stand up for what you believe in. You don't want to stand up for what you believe in. You want somebody else to do it. You want somebody else to do it. You don't want to put that work in. You don't want to get your boots dirty. You want to stand on the sideline and be a fucking cheerleader. And then have the audacity to go online and talk about the mass awakening. That awakening doesn't mean shit because it's a bunch of bitches waking up to the fact that they are and will remain bitches. The majority of these people have no out. This shit just keeps going around in a circle. They have no faith. They have no conviction in this path. And this is the reason why you hear people say, yeah, I know better, but I still went out and did it because I wanted to go to a concert, or I wanted to fly across the country, or I wanted to get into a nightclub. I do vax-only shows. Awakening doesn't erase that inner bitch that you need to do battle with. It doesn't. You're a bitch while you sleep. And when you wake up, you're still a bitch. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. You need to have that conviction that says, yo, you want me to do what? Or else you gonna do what? All right, well, guess what? There's the lion's den. Put me in it. Go on, put me in the lion's den then. Because I'm not doing that. Imagine if they had to wait around and see if anybody else agreed with what they for their beliefs. Imagine if the Hebrews had to wait around and see if and wait for a hero to fight their battles and wait for somebody else to go in the lion's den before they felt like they had to. They were all pioneer. You gotta be a pioneer. That's anti-bitch. Put me in the lion's den, because I'm not doing that. And not complaining about it. Not one time did they sit up there and say, and it would put me in the lion's den. They were happy. And you sit up there, you ask them, why are you happy? Because this is how I prove myself. I am worthy. I'm going to ride this out till the end. Give a fuck about a job, a mandate, a rule, a law made by men who take shits with their pants down and still believe in fossil fuels. Are you fucking serious? Asking Justin Trudeau for anything? The gay guy with the haircut? A fucking convoy filled with bitches. Filled with bitches, and it sounds harsh, but you need to hear this shit. It can't all just, the message can't all just be, we need to awaken more people. That's gay. And that will get you nowhere, which is why you niggas still haven't gotten anywhere. Soldiers. You gotta be a soldier. And the battle isn't won doing convoys and protests and marches. The battle is won when you wrestle your inner demon. The battle is won when you wrestle your inner bitch and overcome. Not waiting to see if Samantha and Susan and Jerome are all on board with you before you know how to feel. That's the same thing I said. He agrees with me. The woodpecker agrees with me. Thank you. You need conviction in the path that you have chosen. But the awakened, they don't know that. And when they do know that, they don't go to war with themselves. Because they think that shit is external. They think it's physical. This is why I said, until I was spiritually sound, I was doing bad, but I thought I was doing good. I said the same shit. That shit is seasoned. If it's sitting there for a year and a half, fuck you. So this is why I don't get excited. Because the people on TV, the people waving around freedom flags, they're still bitches. And no one wants to talk about that aspect. These are people that took a knee. They're doing construction behind me. These are people that bowed to the golden statue of Nebuchadnezzar to keep their jobs. Bitch. Bitch. People will die for a lot less. But you want to claim you're awakened. Everybody wants to talk about the awakening, but no one wants to talk about defeating your own bitch tendencies. This is why I said we don't live like that here where I am. We are warriors. Lion and lioness for real. Everything else is just entertainment. Everything else is to give you hope that somebody else will fix your core issue. You being a bitch. Begging no fucking politician to lift a mandate. What mandate? What mandate? 2 years late. What mandate? People, you got people that are scared and living in fear. You got people that rather go to some freedom rally or freedom convoy instead of organizing the people they work with because they're scared to talk to anybody else, because they're scared they will get shot down, because they're scared to take a personal stance against their boss, because they want a raise, because they're in debt, because I can't afford to lose my job, but yet they go to a freedom convoy and act like they're awakened. Y'all ain't shit. And that leaf that you got over your dick trying to hide, I see through it. You're shriveled up. Your shit does not swing. You suck. You aren't a lion. You're a piece of shit hiding behind the word freedom. Hiding behind the phrase, we're all in this together. You fucking suck. And guess what? The majority of the people at these fucking convoys and go to these there was a protest in DC last week over masks. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I don't wear masks. There's no need for me to go to a fucking protest. If each individual there had my mindset, there wouldn't be a protest. Because we don't wear masks. So why the fuck are we going to the Capitol asking them to and begging them to please? You're going to be faced with hard decisions in life. You're going to have to make hard-line choices. That'll be for your betterment, or they'll be going towards your downfall. I figured it out. All of it's entertainment, people. All of it's entertainment. And people want to talk about distractions. That shit is nothing but a distraction to keep you from battling what really needs to be battled. You. It keeps you hoping for an external source for your freedom. When it's you. So now do we need a freedom convoy to go to your house and tell you to stop being a bitch? No one can battle and overcome your own personal demons but you. That's something you have to do. And when you do that, things tend to fall in place by default. You won't even see adversity as adversity. You'll see it as just another notch on the belt. And I was listening to somebody's take on it. I was listening to somebody's take on the trucker convoy shit. Like that, and people got mad at me because that shit doesn't excite me. It's not titillating. This is why. It's another one of man's attempts to hide the fact that they have become their own worst enemy. And it distracts you from the fact that you have the power to change your life. Your outlook is harmful. Thinking you can go somewhere and beg somebody to give you freedom is harmful. People that demand it don't go to these places with signs that say, I demand it. They live it every day. Every day. Every day. I guarantee you, the majority of those people at these protests that y'all are so engaged in go home and wear masks. The majority of them vaccinated. People tend to ride the wave of what appears to be socially acceptable. And right now we have two divisions of that. This side and this side. Which is why I'm here on the outside looking in, because people bring it to me, and laughing at both of them. Because you still just don't get it. You're this close. You chase truth and you're this close. But you're never able to come to the truth. Because you still put man on a pedestal that they don't belong on. Like, you still think this shit is physical, son. You're fighting a losing battle. You will never be happy. You will always be disgruntled. You will always rage against the machine. Because physically, it's designed for that. It is nothing but an emotional currency drainer. You spend all your time trying to figure out, how can we win? How can we defeat the bad guy? How can we want our rights back. We have to raise awareness that there's vaccine mandates, as if people don't have eyes and ears. Yet somehow they still can't see or hear. Like, you live with the solution every damn day. So yeah, I don't feel sorry for people that engage in this type of behavior. Somebody said you got to do all of this in a JP voice. Man, Awaken with JP will never get to the root of the issue, the meat and potatoes of solutions. Because he doesn't know. I don't blame you. I don't know everything. All I know is me being anti-bitch and taking that stance and being rooted in that has allowed me to see shit that people still stuck in a paradigm of left and right will never see. Somebody said, but it still is helpful. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. I'd rather 10 lions than 100 sheep. Awakening bitches doesn't do nothing. You just get a bunch of people begging for shit. Let me take it to black people. When they go through life And then they come across people preaching this black supremacy shit. The white man is subjugating us. Now they feel like they're woke up. They're like, I know. I know what the problem is. The white man is the problem. They do this, I know. They feel like they have woken up to facts in life. And they feel like all the other black people who are unaware of this fact in life are not even worthy to be in their presence. But what they never do is give you the solution. It keeps you in a circle of, and that's it. Once you wake up to the white man is your problem and is holding you back as a black man, now what? They can't tell you. Now what? Well, now we just need to march and go to the white man and ask them to give us privilege. You sound like a bitch. We need a freedom convoy to go to the white man, to the White House, and ask the white man to treat us as equals. Really, nigga? It's the same thing. The white man. Like it's designed for you to fail, especially politics. It's designed to leave you desiring more that'll never come. It's like somebody who has an eating disorder, somebody who eats and never feels full. There's a void in them. Like you'll never find the answer. You'll never get the answer. And your freedom convoys and your protests and marches, they may roll back restrictions, but at the end of the day, they pull the plug any fucking given time. And you're going to go through this shit all over again. Look at history. This has happened before. Nothing new under the sun. It happens again and again and again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again. People are godless. They forgot their foundation. People worship man. So it will happen again. You will feel lost again. And you will feel like you need to raise awareness for some more shit again. It never fucking stops. You will never find inner peace. You think you have peace because your talking points give you a paycheck. You think you have peace because you're socially accepted in your circle of freedom lovers. You think you have peace because you won a small battle at the Capitol, or you feel like your voice was loud enough, so they lifted mandates. But you will never know peace because inside you're a bitch. And it will happen again. And you will do as you're told and then act like you're fighting the good fight once again. It'll be a situation, a big ass ordeal. Once again. Rinse and repeat. Just go through life chasing something that doesn't exist. Oh, what up, Larry Young, 88TM? Oh, and there's no change in my mind on this neither. I've had experience dealing in these type of situations where I knew a group of young men that were trained to go. Apparently, well, allegedly. And when push came to shove and it was time for them to do something, anything, they didn't do nothing. But it was cool to talk like it. But they were never willing to take it all the way there. They lacked conviction. They came together around ideologies and dogma, and they thought they had a friendship. They developed friendships and started organizations, but they didn't have the wherewithal to actually go through with what they preach. Well, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And the battle isn't on some mysterious force or some new world order or some Illuminati or Boule or Freemason or Justin Trudeau. Like, the battle is literally within you. It's like that's the missing piece. Once you do that, you can complete the puzzle and you'll watch how everything else falls in place. You heard that, Freedom Fire?